now with a look at what's coming up tonight at 11. Here's Carol LeBeau live in the Channel 10 newsroom.
Our series of Nightcast Bests ends tonight, but we've saved the best for last. Categories viewers made up themselves. In a Nightcast Extra, we'll name Best Boss, Best Teacher, Best Husband, and we even have a category in which there was only one nomination, but it was worthy of recognition. So join Bree Walker and me for that, and of course, tonight's news at 11 on Nightcast.
This Channel 5 news update is being sponsored by Q101 FM.
Good evening, I'm Daryl David. Coming up in the Channel 5 News at 10, more than 150 people demonstrated today against a possible new stadium site on the near west side. There is strong speculation that Mayor Washington will announce the site sometime this week. And there is new evidence tonight that a senior officer of the USS Stark may have had two opportunities to warn away that Iraqi plane that attacked the Stark but failed to do so. And the Chicago Blues Fest wraps up its three-day stand at Grant Park. We'll bring you some of that great music. All that and much more coming up in the Channel 5 News at 10.
Play along on Jeopardy, now at 7 o'clock.
The resolution is not agreed to and a motion to reconsider is laid upon the table.
The House votes no on aid to the Contra rebels as one Contra leader watches on American television.
Daniel Ortega will drink champagne tonight.
The Contras and President Reagan lost the battle, but the war is far from over. Good evening, I'm Ted Koppel, and this is Nightline.
What can you do if the communists use Central America as a base for nuclear missiles?
Some called it red baiting. Did White House tactics in the Contra battle backfire? What will the administration do now to combat the Sandinistas? The next arena, the U.S. Senate. We'll talk tonight with Republican Senator Richard Lugar, chairman of the Senate Foreign Relations Committee. We'll have late reaction from Nicaragua, and we'll talk live with one of the Contra leaders.
This is ABC News Nightline. Reporting from Washington, Ted Koppel.
So the $100 million battle is over, right? After all, the House this afternoon, by a decisive 222 to 210, voted to turn down the administration.
Well, they haven't even begun to play, but there's a heated battle brewing in the ranks of pro baseball, the battle against drugs.
Tomorrow, watch ABC's World News Tonight with Peter Jennings.
Don't wake up in the dark. For the day's first news, weather, sports, and business reports, join Steve Bell and Kathleen Sullivan.
Tomorrow on ABC's World News This Morning.
Before Good Morning America.
Hi, I'm Joan London.
And I'm Wayne Rogers. Tomorrow we'll hear from the rock group Heart.
Plus Ted Danson joins us and the Oak Ridge Boys tomorrow on Good Morning America.
This is NBC News Digest. Here is Chuck Scarborough, NBC News.
Good evening. Any American ship in the Persian Gulf is now authorized to fire on planes approaching in a threatening way, following yesterday's Iraqi attack on the frigate USS Stark that claimed 28 American lives. Iraq's President Saddam Hussein apologized to President Reagan, saying Iraq intended only to strike Iranian targets. Last week, the military took over in Fiji. Today, an airport worker there seized a jetliner demanding to be flown to Libya, but was foiled and is in custody. And the IRS revealed the new tax forms today, and the word is they're not very much simpler than the old tax forms. I'm Chuck Scarborough in New York. More news later on this NBC station.
The Gopher baseball team is headed to the NCAA tournament. You'll meet our athletes of the week tonight, and we'll give you the final scorecard on the fishing opener tonight.
NBC Monday Night at the Movies will return following these messages.
Sunday, a haunted hotel sets the scene for an all-new Perry Mason movie.
I ought to talk to my lawyer.
You really expect us to believe what you say you saw in the bell tower the night of the murder?
4 suspects, each with a motive. Who's the killer? Robert Stack and Dwight Schultz join Perry Mason's The Case of the Sinister Spirit. Sunday.
Good evening, I'm Paul Majors, and coming up tonight at 10 on News 11, a Minneapolis family waits for news of their son, a sailor aboard that U.S. ship that was attacked by an Iraqi warplane. Also tonight, the Minnesota legislature passes a huge bill that's going to raise taxes by almost $700 million. And will we ever see these signs along our rural freeways? We could have an answer by news time. Now this. Currently in the Twin Cities, it's 51 degrees. Please join us tonight at 10 for News 11. We'll see you then.
Working in the spirit of Texas, WFAA-TV, News 8 presents Tracy Rowlett, Chip Moody, Troy Dungan, and Dale Hansen. This is the News 8 Update.
Live from KTVU, Mornings on 2. The #1 morning newscast in the Bay Area.
Oh, that's pretty, isn't it? 7 o'clock on a Tuesday morning, typical weather for a summer morning. Fog on the coast and low clouds inland. Sunshine is expected by midday. The commute is moderate except for an accident on the upper deck of the Bay Bridge. Sal will have more on that in only a moment. On the markets, the Dow Jones is down almost 5 1/4. NASDAQ is down barely 1/4. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Mornings on 2. I'm Ross McGowan on this August 9th. Let's get to the news now with Frank and Laura.
It is a day that begins with O.J. Simpson headed back to court. And at the center of today's tug of war will be evidence and how much of it the public gets to see. Reporter Ken Wayne is live in Los Angeles for us this morning and joins us now with the latest. Ken.
Good morning, Laura, from a very muggy Los Angeles, and things could get very...
Good evening. From News Channel 11, I'm Nancy Bruce. Here's what we're moving on for you tonight. Green Bay police are continuing a massive crackdown on massage parlors in the city. They raided the Cheyenne Social Club and others today. We'll have details. And how big a problem is cocaine use in the valley? People there are meeting in Appleton tonight to find out. We'll also show you some possible legal problems with a hospital consolidation plan on the border. Join us for those stories and much more at 10 on News Channel 11 tonight. On the move for you.
This is WLUK Green Bay.
Set in 1974. And on this day back in 1921, the first Major League Baseball game was broadcast. And I won't say that you were there.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Barty. This just in to us, a public hearing scheduled by the Clay County school system has been canceled for tonight. That hearing on the possible deconsolidation of the county school system has not yet been rescheduled. That was just in to us. The 130...
This is Channel 10, WTHI-TV, Terre Haute, Indiana. WTHI-TV is owned and operated by the Wabash Valley Broadcasting Corporation, with studios located at 918 Ohio Street in downtown Terre Haute, and our main transmitter located at the south edge of Farmersburg, Indiana. We transmit on Channel 10 with the maximum power of 316,000 watts and microwave link KSR 93 by the authority of the Federal Communications Commission. Now, good night and good morning from all of us at Channel 10, WTHI-TV, Terre Haute, Indiana.
Winds can be caused by several different things. Most likely the wind we have in this part of the country is caused by a difference in air pressure. The bigger the difference between an area of high pressure and a center of low pressure, the stronger the wind. It's called the pressure gradient force. So the next time you see winds gusting at 15 to 20 miles per hour, take a look at a barometer. Most likely the barometer is rising or falling rather quickly. From the TV10 weather station, I'm Kevin Orton.
George Isley, mornings and middays on Action 10 News.
CBS Tuesday movie.
This Action 10 news break is brought to you by John Myers for Congress.
Good evening. Coming up on Night Watch, we'll get an update on today's bank robbery in Terre Haute, and a Park County school bus driver arrested last week for selling cocaine won't be driving a bus tomorrow. Howard Nathan has that story. Now this. Also tonight, Mike King looks at sports. Kevin Orpert has the forecast for the rest of the week. I'm Gary Jackson. The complete report at the top of the hour on Action 10 News Night Watch.
and me there, but you've got to be there. Yeah, you've just got to be there. You'll feel free there. And Wabash Valley needs to know. TV2's the place to go. TV2 there, be there. You've got to be there. Yeah, you've just got to be there. You'll feel free there. Get the weather play-by-play. All the news is new today. It'll be you and me there. Be what you wanna be there. TV2 there, be there. It'll be you and me there. Action covered, Wabash Valley. Be what you wanna be there. TV2 there, be there.
For Mark Allen, anchoring the news is not just a job, it's a way of life. For 13 years, he's worked hard to bring you the news you need to know. Many consider Mark the best newsman in the Wabash Valley. He's a newsman you can depend on. That's why more people depend on TV2 Eyewitness News. Allen, Palmer, Collier, and the TV2 Eyewitness News team. Experienced in action. TV2 Eyewitness News, serving you Wabash Valley with Mark Allen, Johnny Palmer, Lauren Collier, and the TV2 Eyewitness News team, where experience counts. TV2 Eyewitness News has become the most watched newscast in the Wabash Valley. Thanks for making us your choice. Allen, Palmer, Collier, and the TV2 Eyewitness News team. Experience in action. Lauren Collier with the TV2 Eyewitness News team. Reporting. Anchoring. Lauren Collier, bringing the news to you firsthand. Working hard in the field where the action is. Covering events that affect your life. Presenting the news professionally. Allen, Palmer, Collier, and the TV2 Eyewitness News team. Experience in action.
Live from the studios of WTWO, this is TV2 Eyewitness News, the Wabash Valley's only news team with the combined resources of CNN and NBC, bringing you the news from Illinois, Indiana, and the world as it happens, keeping you in touch.
Good evening. Thanks for tuning in tonight. I'm Tom McClanahan.
And I'm Mike Everett. It was a day of horrific disbelief as the nation watched the Branch Davidian compound in Waco, Texas burn to the ground this afternoon.
Good morning. This is WTTV Channel 4 and WTTK Channel 29, welcoming you to a day of viewing pleasure. WTTV Incorporated is the licensee of Channel 4, serving Bloomington and Indianapolis, Indiana, and WTTK Channel 29, a satellite station serving Kokomo, Indiana. WTTV Channel 4 and WTTK Channel 29 operate as authorized by the Federal Communications Commission.
You're watching WTRF TV 7 Wheeling.
Good evening. Belmont County Sheriff Tom McCourt will be...
Monday night at 7 on the $25 million movie. Timothy Bottoms and Jane Seymour star on the TV 25 premiere of East of Eden. Monday on KOKH TV. 25 gives you the stars.
You're watching Channel 25, Richland, Pasco, Kennewick. And this is News Center 25 with Cor Harlan and Tom Moore Sports. And now, News Center 25.
Good evening, everyone.
Somebody really wants to live here.
Come on to NBC.
Good evening and welcome to WSYM TV's Night Owl Theater.
Tonight, Diana Ross stars in The Wiz.
Tune in to the Detroit Pistons, sponsored in part by Infinity Fitness, a total mind and body workout. You're watching WSYM TV 47 Lansing.
Now WSYM TV Lansing, Michigan leaves the air. WSYM TV is a division of WTMJ Incorporated and operates on Channel 47 with an effective radiated power of 1,350,000 watts visual and 135,000 watts oral. From studios at 600 West St. Joseph Street in Lansing and transmitter facilities at 9447 Holmes Highway in Eaton Rapids. WSYM TV also operates studio transmitter link WHG 444 and intercity relay WHQ 355. Good night.